Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Robert Nilsson is Trying. I am your host. I'm Robert Nilsson, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to try. I'd never done this before, never had a podcast. I listened to a hell of a lot of them. So, yeah, I know that's what everybody needs this year in 2021 is just another white guy who thinks he's funny, talking to nobody. But, as you can see, I've spared no expense on my set. I'm a real family kind of guy, so I wanted my set to look like a home. And I put a couch in here for guests. I got a TV, an Xbox, and a PlayStation so we can play. Yeah, but it's expensive. It's like $700 a month. But anything for you guys. I'm also living here. It's also my living room. I can't tell you guys how... I don't want to cuss yet because that's how you get monetized and stuff. I'm trying to do it the right way. How annoying it is and how hard it is to try and do something where you're only recording audio when you have a family and pretty much that's it. That's all I'm talking about is my family. I got this for Christmas, this microphone and everything. I've been recording and putting together films and stuff like that for a long time. Nothing like cool. I do like shitty YouTube stuff. Damn it, I cussed. All right, well, fuck it. Here we go. We're off to a good start. Anyways, like I'm saying, I put together stuff. I like to do social media and shit like that. I have a YouTube channel for my son. But when I want to do something for me, when I'm trying to film a skit or just do a podcast and get some time to myself and just talk to the mic or try and do some voiceover work or anything, it's nearly impossible because I'll have somebody, knocking on the door trying to play with my kids, or my girlfriend's like, I'll hang out just in the corner, and I'm like, no, I need it quiet in here. I can hear ticking and stuff like that. It's not against anybody. It's just hard as having a family and trying to produce a show. So, but here we go. I'm trying, man. Robert Nilsson's trying. I'm gonna say that a lot. But so I gotta record when my kids are asleep or like being good and not like screaming on Fortnite or something. And it's better when my girl's out, but then like my dad works close by and he'll come by on his breaks and lunch and stuff. So I have to coordinate with all these people and try just to not lose my mind. I need to like stay up really late and do it at like 2 a.m. when I know everybody's sleeping and the house is quiet, or I just need to get a studio, man, or like a better house. But yeah, so I mean, we're doing it. I'm trying. This year's been wild. I guess for this episode, we'll call this episode 0, because if I don't do any more, 0's like an infinite number, right? It's like I did everything. 0, like it goes on and on and on. If I do none, then it's fine. But if it's anything, then it is the first one, because fuck the number 1. It's not the first number. 0 is, man. 0's everything. So episode 0, this is what it's going to be. Let's talk about 2020. Did you guys, anything cool happen? It's honestly, it's kind of hard to remember what happened this year just because so much happened. And Netflix has released some shows, and so is Amazon, like Death to 2020, and what's the one on Netflix? I don't know. It was cool though. It was good, but there's just so much that happened. Everything's compiled, and it's kind of, I don't know, it gets kind of cheesy the way they do it. So I'm just gonna work back from what I remember, and that was New Year's Eve. Yeah, this year. And I thought it was gonna be good. I'm in a band, another white guy in a band that does comedy, and he thinks he's funny and tells jokes. That's what we're doing here, guys. I'm that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Anyways, it was New Year's. My band had a show. We're gonna play a house party. Super safe. I'm in Michigan, by the way, so we're not allowed to do anything at all. But we don't care. So we go. When we get to the show, no. Everybody gets to my house. We're practicing in my house, and my basement is where we jam and practice. So we're getting ready to play and just, mess around. I plug my guitar into my amp, and I'm getting no sound. Like, for a second, it goes like, it just, everything dies down. I look at the amp, and the light that's on is, like, flashing and then dims out. So I'm like, oh, that's no good. And then I'm looking at it, and then I smell it, and then I see it. And it's just smoke billowing out of the back of the amp, just coming and coming. And the other two dudes are like, oh, shit. I was like, unplug everything. Let's get this done. Like, it was terrible because my girlfriend had her friend over at the same time, and they're directly above it. There was no fire. I mean, my amp caught fire. I think it was an electrical issue, obviously. But there was no fire, no flame. But there was a lot of smoke. So I handle the problem in the basement, and then my girlfriend, she doesn't know what's going on. She just comes and runs down to the basement stairs. She's like, hey, Robert. And I'm like, what? What do you want? And she's like, you need to come up here and smell this right now. Something's burning. I was like, oh, no. That was me. I got it handled. It's just my amp. It exploded. And she was like, what? Your amp fucking exploded? You're about to go play a show? And I was like, I know. But it was okay because my other guitar player, the lead guitar player, he had a practice amp, and I played through that. We played the show, and that's fine. You can check that out later. Actually, fuck it. If you can find it, you can find it. But if you just found me for the podcast that you're listening to right now, that's cool. I also have dogs. You might be able to hear them too. I have no soundproofing. I'm trying, guys. It's a work in progress. My budget is so big that I don't have one. But, I mean, I'm fucking recording this shit with a GoPro camera. That's why, like, the angle's so big. It's fisheye lens style. So you're getting like a good view of my room here. Okay, yeah. So my amp blew up, and that was New Year's Eve. It's just 2020 had to fuck me over one last time before, getting out of here. I'm just glad I got home safe that night. I'm glad everything was fine, because it's crazy out there, man. And it just recently snowed, and I'm not used to snow. I just moved up here from Florida like 2 years ago, so I've only had one winter. Really, this is my second winter with snow and all that stuff. Because Florida, you don't get any of that shit in Florida, man. I dealt with driving in rain, really wet weather, and hydroplaning and stuff like that. And that's never fun. That's scary. But like sliding on the ice is a totally different story. You're not even trying. I mean, it's like Tokyo Drift, Too Fast, Too Furious, all up in this bitch immediately. And I've seen bad drivers, but here in Michigan, it's bad when you're in the parking lots. For some reason, is even worse when there is no snow up here. I don't know why, because people from Michigan can't fucking drive, but well, they can drive, but not when they're trying to park. They get to a parking lot and they act like there's no lines in it, and it's like the wild, wild west. You can go wherever you want, park wherever you want. It's like the parking lines are just guidelines. They're like, yeah, but I could park up on the curb. I can do whatever I want here, and it's wild. My grocery store is connected to a police department, and they don't give a shit. The cops don't care because they drive through the parking lot every day, and nobody gets a ticket. I want to be the guy and going out there just fucking citizens arresting. Hey, you're not they're parking terrible, guys. I will take pictures. I've been actually meaning to do this. I should do this. Just start taking pictures of fucking all of these cars and posting them. Or maybe I'll make TikToks and post it there and just be like, hey guys, this is a parking in Michigan. But anyways, I was saying snow sucks to drive on. Snow really does suck to drive on. You won't mean to slide anywhere. I have a I have a telephone pole right in front of my house, in front of my driveway. So sometimes when it's too icy and I'm coming in, I'll just keep going. And I've almost hit that pole so many times, it's unnerving. I've never been in a car accident, though. Well, I've been in a car accident, but it's never been my fault. I've never been driving and been in a car accident. I've been in car accidents with other people driving and then getting hit. But yeah, never me. Let's see. My dogs are barking right now, and I don't like it. So I'm going to cut this really quick and yell at them. And we're back. I wanted to do this with no cuts, but they were just being too much. But listen, guys, I'm rubbing up on that. There ain't no claws if you got no laws. I did that backwards. I do that a lot. You're going to find. It's like I'm sure a lot of you remember Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Not Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. He would do that a lot. He would mix up his words or mix up sentences. And then he would say, scratch that, reverse it, flip it around. And I never got that when I was a kid until I kept watching it. Because this is a really good movie. I love that movie a lot. But I never got it. And then I was like, oh, I get it. He's saying stuff wrong. But when he does, it's barely wrong. It's just in the wrong order. So scratch it, reverse it, flip it, Missy Elliott it up. Throw your thing down, flip it, and reverse it, man. But yeah, so I will mess up sentences all the time. But I'll just be like, you know what I meant. There ain't no laws if you're drinking the claws. Whew. I nailed it, and I burped right into it. Let's see, so 2020. What happened? Let's go over it, man. I just want a list. 2020 events. I want to go backwards. Let's see. Oh, yeah, last thing I remember, so there was what was I saying? My shit exploded. It was New Year's Eve. We were watching Hulu that night after I played the show. And Hulu had the ball drop. But there was no, like, presentation, which I thought was weird. There's usually, like, Ryan Seacrest or something out there. And then on YouTube later, I saw that there was a presentation, but we didn't get it on Hulu for some reason. They showed us, like, weird live footage, and then the subtitles wouldn't link up. So it would be like Pitbull being like, yeah, party, Dolly, because that's Pitbull, which also I think is secretly just Joe Coy, like, doing his other act that he wants to do, because Joe Coy used to dance and stuff, man, so could be Pitbull. Just throw on those glasses and a big fur coat, he's got it. But anyways, we're watching it, and yeah, the subtitles weren't matching, and it was like the Palestine diamonds, diapers, and Felipe Espresso's coffee maker. It was not making any sense at all. It was really strange, though. If anybody else saw that, that would be funny to just let me know. You can email me at robertnilsoncomedy@gmail.com. Give me some tips and pointers. Give me some gear, man. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just trying. But this podcast and the style of it kind of sums up the whole year of 2020 and how it was. It was kind of a cluster fuck, and that's me, man. I'm a 25-year-old dude with 2 kids. If you tell me I'm doing it right, I don't know. I might have to disagree. But, I'm doing some good stuff. I'm doing a lot more than a lot of other people. I try and keep myself busy. I got a good family. Got a cool girlfriend. Life is what you make of it, man. In 2020, not all of us made it out, dude. And speaking of not making it out, who's taking that COVID-19 vaccination? Because that's the last thing that happened as well. Now I'm looking at a list. Yeah. Let's all get it. And die. Turn into fucking aliens. That's what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, Alex Trebek died. That sucks. Jeopardy was cool, and he fucking worked it until he couldn't work it no more, man. Imagine if you woke up from a coma this year, like at the tail end of it, maybe on like New Year's Eve. and like just waking up and be like, oh guys, what month is it? What day is it? They're like, it's New Year's Eve. And you're like, please, why is everybody wearing masks? And they're like, oh yeah, you went down in February of 2020 when everything was fine. Well, everything was fine for us except Australia. It was on fucking fire. But hey, babe, we're here in America. This is what's going on. You wearing masks now? Why? What's going on? I'm in a coma. I just woke up. You're wearing masks. Who's president? It's got to be Donald Trump still, right? They're like, no, it's Biden. And you're like, what? It's Biden. What? Just take your mask off, please. What is going on with that? Oh, well, okay, so there's been a pandemic. There's a virus. It's called coronavirus. It came from bats, but it actually came from a lab. And I don't know, people are eating soup and catching diseases. And Tom Hanks got it. And now America's scared. And what else happened? Australia was on fire. Joe Biden is going to be the president now. And this dude just waking up from the coma has no idea what's going on. He's like, hey, man, you like Van Halen? He's wearing his favorite Van Halen shirt, waking up, because they're like, oh, yeah, dude, I can't wait. I got tickets to see him in 2021. And he's like, hey, man, I got some bad news. Eddie Van Halen's dead, dude. He erupted. Oh, what else happened? Oh, yeah, the crazy virus that's killing the world. Also, our president got it. And the dude's like, yeah. And they're like, oh, he's fine, though. So this thing's killing everybody. And they're like, well, it's not really killing everybody. Oh, bless you. Thanks. I can't wait for my producer to clean all this stuff up. I am the producer. Man, dude, I'm going through this list. A lot of terrible stuff has happened this year, Coma Man. Let's just read this together, Coma Guy. So yeah, Van Halen died. Trump got the disease, didn't die. Ruth Bader Ginsburg finally died. She was 120. Half of West Coast caught on fire. Like, that was crazy. Wasn't this year Paradise? The Paradise Fires? There's a great documentary. I think it's on Netflix. The Paradise Fires. Check it. Or Fire in Paradise. Something like that. And those people were trapped in that town. The ASMR dudes are going to love this. So I'm just like, I'll burp randomly and like clap my lips together. It's gross. It's nasty. Black Panther died. Chadwick Boseman. That was sad. The sad thing about that was, like, I mean, he was cool, dude. I liked Black Panther. I don't know what other movies he was in. He was only 43 years old. I liked him in Black Panther. The Marvel does great with all those movies. I think they're fun. But that was the first celebrity death that really bothered my son. My oldest son is 6 years old, and I remember finding out Chadwick Boseman died, and it sucked for me. I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. And then I was like, oh, I gotta tell Vince, because he's a real big fan of Black Panther. I know we're white, but we like all the fucking superheroes. Black Panther's dope. I always like Black Panther. I thought he was like Marvel's Batman just because their costumes look very similar. They're very cool. Until I learn more about Black Panther and all that stuff. But anyways, his mask was cool. Vincent's got the mask. Wakanda forever. So I tell him, I break his heart. It really hurts him that day. And I'm like, hey man, Black Panther died. And he's like, what? In the movie? Like everybody did. And I was like, no, not like in the movie. The actor that plays him died in real life. And he processed it, and he sat there and he really started crying. He was really upset by it. And just being a dad, if you care about your kids and stuff, I hate to see him hurt. So, we talked about it and said everybody dies. It's just his time and stuff. But then, like, sometimes it'll still hit him. Like, he'll just be sitting on the couch and looking sad. And I'm like, hey, what's up, bud? And he's like, I'm still sad that just Black Panther died. And it sucks, man. That was a sad one. That was a sad time. What else happened? Oh, yeah, Kamala Harris, VP. We all know that. It's crazy. Oh, dude. Beirut exploded. Beirut. Those videos are heartbreaking, too, man. When I first saw it, I had to see it like a million times. I still don't know what happened there. I got to research that a little bit more. But the one video that I think sticks out to everybody's mind is the bride, when she's like just doing her photo shoot, and she looks great, but then she just fucking, you hear it in the background, you see everything shake, like the shockwave hit, and she's out of there. And then like 10 seconds later, her dress follows because her dress is fucking long as shit, dude. That was crazy. What other crazy stuff? Killer murder hornets. And then Ghislaine Maxwell got arrested. Okay, I can look this up too really quick. Jeffrey Epstein, was that beginning of 2020 or was that the end of 2019? So what should I look up? When did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? Let's see what we get. When did... yeah, it was the end, August 10th, 2019. And that's really what kicked off January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, mid, end of the year. I don't know. That's what kicked off all the crazy events in 2020. That Jeffrey Epstein shit was fucking crazy, man. And it's still crazy. It's still going on. Jizzy Lane, she got arrested finally, and nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it anymore because I don't know what's going on with it. I'm sure some of you do. Man, if you guys found me, just tell me how. I know there's going to be like 2 states that listen to me immediately. There's going to be Florida people and Michigan people. And if you're not some of those people, I would love to know how you found me. What's up? Let's see. Black Lives Matter. That was crazy this year. Defund the cops. All that. What happened? Stock market crashed. I didn't even know that happened. Oh, yeah. Harvey Weinstein with the nasty peen. He went to jail. Was finally convicted. We're going back to the beginning of the year. Parasite. They won. Donald Trump's trying to get impeached. He didn't. Oh, yeah. Kobe died. That sucked. I'm trying here, guys. I don't know what's happening. I'm literally just scrolling through the internet. I don't want to be a guy that says literally. I don't want to be a guy. I say this a lot. No problem. I don't like saying no problem. Like when you do something for somebody. Because I don't think it should have been a problem in the first place. Unless it was a problem. And then saying no problem is fine. Like when I'm at work. I work at a grocery store when I'm not trying to do this and tell jokes and play music. I have to actually make money. But I'll say it to people when they ask, like, hey, could you get me the gallon of water? And I go to the back and I get it and I give it to them. And they say, thank you. And I say, no problem. But it wasn't a problem in the first. That's what I'm there to do. That's why I'm getting paid. It shouldn't be a problem. So it's really hard for people, I've noticed, to just say, you're welcome. I don't like my pleasure, but you're welcome's fine. My pleasure makes it seem too fancy and formal and like it's not really, you're not happy to do it. Or I'm happy to help. I mean, that one works too, but no problem. I feel like it's making the other person feel bad. Like they made it a problem for me. But I'm assuring them that it wasn't a problem. It's a weird one. I wrote something down to talk about, I think. Man, it's hard to do this by yourself. No, it's not hard to do it. You just gotta keep going, man. I remember when I was a kid, this year I've had a lot of weird jobs. This year I was a teacher, a music teacher. I don't know if I still am because they haven't talked to me anymore since like Corona has happened and everything. But I remember this topic came up New Year's Eve, and I was like, man, when do you ever remember when your teacher would come in hungover? This came up because my girlfriend got really hungover, and I was like, and she had to go to work. And I was like, do you ever remember your teachers getting hungover and like telling you guys and being like, hey, we're gonna watch Holes today? And she was like, no, I never had teachers that do that. And I was like, I had a few teachers that did that. And then I was like, maybe that's why I'm not like the best educated guy. I mean, I'm not a stupid guy, but I learn a lot of stupid shit from YouTube. You know what I mean? YouTube is a wild place, man. YouTube's the Wild West. But I can say this. I follow a lot of stuff on YouTube. I follow musicians. I follow comedians. I follow conspiracy videos and stuff. And what I like to do, how I find a lot of the stuff I like, I'll find people that inspire me and interest me, and then I'll go on their YouTube and see what they're subscribed to, and then I'll go to those channels and watch those people, because if that inspires the people that inspire me, I just imagine what I can get inspired by. But some of the YouTube this year too, another thing that happened this year, like demonetization like crazy. People's channels have been gone. Like I went through the other day, there must have been like a clean out, and I was just trying to find something to listen to through my headphones while I worked, and I was going through, and channel after channel after channel was deleted, no content, nothing. So I mean, YouTube, I love you. That's where this is going. This is the premiere, baby. Episode 0 of me trying. I'm doing it. It's fucking, but it's wild. I don't want to get like taken down for stupid stuff. So, but I don't imagine what this would get taken down for. I'm just talking. Speaking my mind. I'm drinking White Claws. No sponsor here. But I can't tell you, man, those fucking podcasters, your advertisements work. I after hearing them all the time, I try and skip the ads, but sometimes I'm busy and I can't, and I hear these ads for like Manscaped. Man, oh hey Bubba, you ever you I listen to a lot of stupid shit, but you could probably tell what podcasts I listen to and comedians I like by the ads I'll make fun of or the products I've bought. But yeah, Manscaped pops up a lot because I listen to a lot of like dudes, and I tell you what, man, I got one of those things. They fucking work. That's a good product, but I'm buying them. I'm not a fan of my hairline. I don't care though. I'm not like super self-conscious of it, but I know it's not like the prettiest one out there. It's going further back, but I grow great hair. And I hear all these other ones for like for keeps.com, and I'm like, hey man, I fucking looked into it the other day. I didn't get nothing, but hey man, if I get a sponsor one of these days, Keeps, what's up? Keeps and fucking Manscaped. I need the Lawnmower 3.0. I gotta try that one out. I wonder how many people are gonna make fun of me for just drinking White Claw today. I like White Claw. I got 3 different flavors in front of me right now. I'm going to try them all. I'm really digging this, though, guys. This year's kind of sucked because I started doing stand-up comedy this year. In March. You can see my first set on the YouTube channel. You can check it out. I've been trying to record all my sets and post them. But yeah, I went to my first open mic night in March. So this stuff was just going on. We were debating about lockdowns and not knowing what was going to happen. But I started doing it. I did my first 5 minutes. I thought it was great. Then I did another one. I did my first 2 open mic nights. And then they shut everything down in my state. Well, actually, I think nationwide, worldwide, it was shut down at that point. And I was like, damn it, man. And we've opened up here and there, and I've gotten sets in. Here and there. My buddy Mike Ball has helped me a lot. Heather Coos, Mark Bonto, all you guys have given me shows, and it's been awesome. But yeah, I've only done like 15 or so, maybe 10 times of being up, and that's nothing. I'm almost embarrassed to say that I do comedy, but I'm a performer. I've been on stage my whole life. It doesn't bother me. It feels really natural. It feels good. I'm getting laughs. My jokes, they're choppy. I mean, the set's choppy, but I'm fucking doing it, man. That's all I can say. I can't tell you. I know I was bitching about setting this up earlier and how hard it is with a family and stuff, but it really doesn't matter. You just got to put the time in, find a good time, and just do what you want to do. With comedy or a podcast, I haven't been able to do comedy, so I'm trying to do a podcast now. I can't play live shows with my band, but we're going to try and record in the studio and get an album out. There's always a way. There's always something you can do and entertain yourself. I don't know how everybody else works. I'm just trying to figure out how I work, and I'm just trying to share it with everybody else. Can't tell you how much of a pain in the ass it is to get footage off of this and off of that and audio together and put together. And I haven't even done it for a podcast yet. This is episode 0. We're gonna see how difficult it is. I've got a logo. I've got a Twitter. I've got a Facebook. What's the other one? I got Instagram. I'm on all that. It's all under Robert Nilsson Comedy. But I'm trying, man. And I'm still going. We're not done yet. Christmas is cool. Did you guys have a good Christmas? Or Hanukkah? Kwanzaa? What is in Kwanzaa? I don't know. And this is not the podcast to go over it. But I hope everybody had good holidays. I'm a Christmas guy. I got some good shit, man. I got this microphone and this stand and everything. So that's awesome. Lucky you guys. My son had an awesome Christmas. Santa brought him the best stuff, and yeah, Santa he's totally real. I'm not here to tell nobody otherwise. But Santa was fucking awesome this year, man. Santa was great. Props to you, Santa. And then my girl, she got some good stuff. I did good this year. I don't do good every year, but she got good stuff. I got her makeup and cool shit like that. I usually make her something, and we put it on the fridge because it's usually like macaroni glued to, construction paper. And it says like, "I love you, babe." And we hang it on the fridge, and it looks great. But this year, I did great. I knocked that shit out of the park. I got her a lot of makeup palettes that she wanted, and like a gift card to the Ulta store, makeup, and just a bunch of good shit. And they got me good shit. Got a microphone. Vincent, my son, he got a drone. He got a baby too. He got some baby shit like Mega Bloks and stuff. He don't care about Christmas yet. We got my dad. My dad's a big zombie fan, big horror fan. We're all big horror fans here, actually. Like I love horror movies. I love spooky stuff. I'm a huge horror fan. I know a lot of people don't like to go to conventions and stuff. They think it's weird and nerdy, but like it's actually I've been raised on conventions, really. I've been going since I was like, 11, 12 years old to conventions, and I've gone to one every year since. I'm 25. Make your judgments, say what you will, but I really dig them. They're a lot of fun. I've developed in a way that I don't think I would without them. I've got to party with celebrities. I've got to learn a lot of different experiences. I've been seeing half-naked girls run around since I was like
10, 11 years old, like just hanging out, talking to him. Fucking man, what a rush and what a ride. It's been cool, man. But conventions are a good time for anybody that hasn't been. I suggest it, man. I recommend it. But yeah, like I was saying, we got my dad a Night of the Living Dead, like special edition deluxe collector's box set with posters and movie cards and Blu-ray and all that cool shit, man. It was a good gift. I liked it a lot. So yeah, man, Christmas is cool. But like I was saying, man, Christmas overall was a blast. I had a great time with Christmas. But yeah, 2021. I hope it goes well. I hope everything this year gets better. I really want to take off these masks, guys. I'm not trying to get political about anything, but I hate wearing them. I do. And I'm an essential worker, guys. You can call me a superhero. But I'm getting over it, man. I really am. I'll wear it. I am wearing it. I've been wearing them. I don't care to wear it. I'm getting tired of it. I wash them as much as possible, but my skin gets irritated by them. Just because my nose and my cheeks aren't always used to wearing it. Every day of your life. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a surgeon. I used to want to be a surgeon. But as much as we've been wearing these masks, I just can't. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. And I'm good in emergency situations, like when people get hurt in front of me. I can handle it. But as I've gotten older, I'm starting to not be able to look at like breaking bones and wounds and stuff like that. Like, do you guys remember? You remember the show Scarred with Jacoby? Yo, what's up? I'm Jacoby. Welcome to Scarred. Like, it always started off like that, and like, like, for those of you who don't know, YouTube it right now or when you can. Scarred was a show on MTV in like the 2007, I want to say, to like 2010 maybe. I don't know if it went on for 4 years, but it was a show where they said no submissions send in. Do not send in your submissions. If you send them in to MTV will not review them. And that always was funny to me because I was like, well, how the fuck did you guys get these? Were you just being really weird deep into the internet? Trolls like scouring for it, and which I could totally see. But I mean, come on, let's be real. If you sent in your arm snapping in half to Scarred at MTV, I'm sure they would look at it and send you like well, not an email, probably like a letter saying, yeah, we would love to have you on Scarred with Jacoby. But that show, I would watch that like religiously. When I had a DVR, I would record that show and watch it. And I was going to say parents, but they didn't live together. My dad would always be like, oh, dude, how can you watch this? But like, I grew up with Jackass, Viva La Bam, Ryan Dunn's Homewrecker, Wild Boys, all that shit. So I was like, hey man, this is like, if Jackass, nobody on Jackass ever like, I don't know, they got hurt. They got hurt a lot. I'm not gonna say they didn't get hurt. They broke bones, but nothing was ever like serious, except for Johnny Knoxville like breaking his dick, and his dick is still broken. Dude, they just started recording, filming, taping. What do you call it now? Recording, I guess, because you don't tape. You can't tape or film. Nobody does that. It's too expensive. But they just started recording Jackass 4, which sucks because Ryan Dunn's not going to be in it. But fucking Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O, the first day of recording, they went to jail. They went to jail. They went to the hospital, which is like jail for your body. Hospitals are weird like that. They can be like a jail. There's mental wards there, and you're not allowed to leave sometimes unless you get signed out. So they can't be jail-like. or medical institutions is what they call them. Isn't that what they call prisons too? Some kind of institution. I'm not sure what the full, I don't know, full fucking name of a prison is. What do you call it? A rehabilitation institution for the fucking mentally insane? No. Well, that sounds good. But for the criminally insane, I don't know, man. Like Arkham Asylum, Batman style. That's an asylum. It was an institution, but it kept criminals. So wouldn't you call it a prison? I don't know, man. Batman. I could tear apart Batman all day. I love the Cape Crusader, man. I got Batman tattoos, but he's probably the craziest dude of them all. Like, out of all of the bad guys, Batman's probably the worst. Like, mentally. He's been beat the fuck up like crazy, and he doesn't care, and he's a billionaire, so he has unlimited resources. He's probably a trillionaire. And that man just, he fucks whatever he wants, and he's done it. He should run for president, dude. Why? Oh, man. Hey, Marvel. Or no. Hey, DC. Why hasn't there been a Batman becomes president, Bruce Wayne for president, like, thing in something? Because, I mean, if this last 4 years has taught us anything, anybody can become president. And especially a crazy billionaire playboy kind of guy. Like, Donald Trump's our president, man. He is currently still right now, up until Biden comes in and then dies, and then Kamala's going to be our president. So we almost got our first lady president, guys. We did it. But yeah, dude, Batman, I want to see this. Batman for president, Bruce Wayne for president. Let's make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a wild ride. I'm going to try and do something about what we're looking at here. Maybe I'll go to my basement. It'll be more like a little dungeon in there. It'll be my bat cave. My Robert Nilsson is trying cave. The lair, if you will. I don't know what we're gonna do here, man. I got ideas. I got time. I got kids. So maybe I don't have time. But man, I got ideas. And I'm gonna make them happen. I got ideas and a microphone and a camera. I got a few cameras. We're gonna play around with this. We're gonna play around with the format of the show. We might get guests. It might be easier for me to bounce off somebody and talk to them. I got a lot to talk about, though, guys. And hopefully you stay with me. And if not, fuck it, dude. I'm going to keep this going. And we're going to do it until we get followers. I'm putting it on YouTube, Robert Nilsson Comedy. I'm on Twitter, Robert Nilsson Comedy. You find me on Instagram, Robert Nilsson Comedy. What else, man? I just look up Robert Nilsson Comedy and you'll find me. This is podcast episode 0. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried.